Welcome to Euractiv's EU Tweets of the Week. It's another big table as Scholz has to slum it, rule of law discourse continues to plummet, and leaders are in town for EU-Africa summit. On Tuesday, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz headed to Moscow to meet Russian President Vladimir Putin to discuss the ongoing crisis at the Russian-Ukrainian border. Scholz refused a Russian PCR test, so he got the long table treatment from Putin, reported Uliana Pavlova. "Speak up, Vladimir! I can't hear a word you're saying," joked Jeremy Nicol. But Steve Rosenberg pointed out that noting the furniture and distance to Putin has become an integral part of Kremlin watching. Macron and Scholz almost needed binoculars to see him. And dozens of tweeters couldn't resist filling the space with everything from sushi to luggage to tanks. We get it. It's a big table. Pablo Perez spotted that Renato from Italy and Vicente from Spain were both claiming they made the table, but Deniz had other ideas. Good news for Bolsonaro, he took a Russian PCR test and gets to sit at the little table with Putin. Bad news, Russia now has his DNA and can apparently make a poison that will kill only him, quipped Max Seddon. Oops. On Wednesday, the EU's top court dismissed a legal challenge from Budapest and Warsaw to a law linking bloc funds to rule of law standards. Tom Phillis said it was excellent news, but just the start of a longer battle against the threat to the rule of law in the EU. Breaking, ECJ, Polish Supreme Court agreed to settle it by pistols at dawn, snarked Martini Seltzenmeyer. But not everyone was joking. Bulgarian MEP Angel Banjabski described the ruling as an abomination, saying it was a whip against the nation states you despise. He then left the hemicycle in the parliament like this. "No, your eyes don't deceive you. That was an actual Nazi salute in the European Parliament." Chris Powers said, "Dzhambaki is many things, an angel is not one of them." Dave Keating reported that the European Parliament President Roberta Metsola is preparing a censure against the Bulgarian MEP, while he claims he was only humbly waving to the chair. Yeah, right. Finally this week, EU leaders are meeting in Brussels for the EU-Africa summit, but it was somewhat overshadowed by a pre-summit meeting on Russia to discuss sanctions. Martini Seltzenmeyer imagined Ursula von der Leyen's preparation. So those countries you suspended from the African Union, exactly how annoying were they being? Asking for a friend. Emmanuel Macron cancels EU-Africa summit after failing today's Wordle, needs time to sulk, yelled Le Chou. But in reality, the leaders were welcomed by a rare bit of sun for the summit. But Jack Parrock noticed that African leaders are entering through a different door of a different building to European leaders. Apparently, it's due to COVID restrictions, but it's really bad optics. Traffic chaos in Brussels Schumann, police motorcycle outriders screeching for EU-Africa summit. Just like old times, reported Aoife White. And that's it for another week. Join me again next Friday for more snarks and larks in the Brussels bubble Twitter sphere.